Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to this daily currency call where we share our analysis and ideas for a specific currency for each day. So today is Tuesday, we will be doing the euro. So before we start this session, you help me with this poll. Is this your first time here? Yeah, so I just launched the poll. While you guys are filling out the poll, just want to inform you guys that this webinar is going to be very beneficial to both the long-term investors and short-term traders. We will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting potential targets and risk. So disclaimer here, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. So I just want to take a quick look at the poll. Yeah, we do have quite a few first-timers here. So to help me with the next poll, how did you get here? Yeah, so a quick introduction about our speaker today. So today, Daniel will be sharing the currency analysis. He's a full-time trader, close to 5 years now. He's the coach in LCMS Traders, where he coaches students one-to-one and also share a lot of trade ideas and group coaching too. He's also a partner of Forex Briefcase. So yeah, just a bit of introduction about Daniel. So do pay attention to what he has to share, as it will benefit your trading today, definitely. Yeah, so just a quick look at the poll again. I see a lot of you coming in from the Telegram channel and Traders Club. So I just want to do a quick sharing about the Traders Club. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, I can't find the... Okay, yeah. So this is the Traders Club. It's a Facebook group. It's a private group on Facebook where we teach, guide, and signal and coach you to be a more profitable trader. So if you come in from the Telegram channel, you may find this familiar. Yeah, we push these signals out on the Telegram, but we push signals out faster earlier in the Traders Club. And not only that, we provide the analysis behind the signals too, even accompanied with the chart. And we also tell you what level to secure the profit. So all this you don't get in the Telegram channel. So why we do this? Our intention is that while you learn how to trade, you get to earn too. On top of that, if you are new to trading or you require some coaching, we have weekly live webinars 2 times a week, Monday and Wednesday. So on Monday, Jin will be doing some group coaching, sharing recent economic updates, trade ideas. And on Wednesdays, we actually do live trading session. So real trades entered live in front of you so that you can learn the thought process that we put in before entering a trade. Yeah, and we have a lot of features here, our daily analysis, currency watch list, our weekly currency correlation tables, trading videos. If you are very new to trading, this is where you should look at 4-day FX Kickstarter, day 1 to day 4. On day 4, we actually tell you the strategy we use. So when you get into the Traders Club, you get all of this information. Yeah, so how do you get into Traders Club? Very simple. Get over to tradersclub.lcms.com.sg. Scroll all the way down. Hit this button, 199 a year. Say 199 a year, which is less than $1 a day. So if you need help with your trading, you want to improve your strategy immediately, join us right now. So with that, I'll pass the time now to Daniel for the currency call.
Okay, welcome everyone. Can everybody hear me very clearly? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, okay, great, good. Okay, now today is Tuesday, so we're talking about the euro. But of course, before we do that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna need to check what's happened in the market and what's gonna happen later on as well. So let's go and look at the Forex Trading Asia. Okay. So now if you look at the Forex Trading Asia, what happened on Monday? Now we do know on Monday we had lots of PMI data coming from various countries like Italy, France, Germany, all coming in, all pretty well, all expressionary. I mean 56.9, 56.1. Germany was 60.7. All pretty well. I mean, looking good. So overall, Europe was 57.9. It's also very expansionary phase. Then, okay, you have CPI data here, and then in evenings, you have the US ISM and manufacturing PMI, also expansionary phase. So overall, both is very good, right? So you look at Euro, USD, overall, a lot of manufacturing are looking positive for the next few months, coming months ahead. So it is pretty nice, and but you can see the charts. It is US has been on the strengthening position. So look at it. So what's going to happen today? Today, but most importantly, right now in 20 minutes, we have the RBA interest rates decision. Okay, so you look at it. Okay, the expectation is they're not going to change. Honestly, they're gonna change the interest rate, but and looking at it just before at 8:30, building approvals was plummeted to minus 19.4%. Most likely because of the COVID-19 impacted the shutdowns. That's where the approval wasn't very high. Now, what most importantly right now is that for the RBA interest rate, I know this is euro, I'm talking euro, but let me talk a little bit more just in preparation for those. Don't just look at the interest rate. It's not going to change. Most importantly is look at the statements, the rate statements, and going to read it. If it's going to be very hawkish, they'll look at the policymakers. They'll look at what they're looking forward in Australia's economy. If they're going to be very hawkish, things like it's going to be very good economy. A lot of people, the industry, mining industry is going to be very well. They're going to forecast doing pretty well. It's going to be hawkish. Then you would expect Aussie $2 to strengthen. However, if you see some dovish statements like, hey, they may be going to negative interest rates, or no, the economy is not going to do well, COVID is impacted, right? They're still going to do the bond purchases, they increase the bond purchase to support the market, then you will see the Aussie dollar decreasing, right? Weakening. So do read the rate statements and just not see the interest rate decisions. Okay. Then now looking forward, you have a lot of Europe coming in, the German retail sales, Spanish unemployment change here. You have lots of this, but I think the right now the Europe stance, it is going to be both sides, the bond purchases, what their QE is doing. Okay, I mean, you see a lot of news coming in here. Europe also, the service PMI coming in. US also at the same time, a lot of PMI, service PMI coming in, non-manufacturing employment rate, PMI, non-manufacturing PMI, which almost like service PMI as well. And then, of course, the most importantly coming here, initial jobless claims coming in here, and the most important, the NFP. But of course, as Jean has mentioned yesterday, they don't expect a big movement due to NFP. Now, what's going to happen in the market right now is really how they are doing the quantitative easing or the bond purchases, to be very exact. Right now, and then with the bond purchases, with the interest, all the treasuries interest rates, like you have known, like yesterday we mentioned, US dollar in strengthened. Why? Because the 10-year interest rate is going up, and there are policymakers talking about they wish to see the interest rate even go higher. SARS will strengthen the US. Whereas the Europe side, they are talking about asking people to do more bond purchases to speed up to back up the economy over that side, and that's going to cause overall the interest their interest rate to drop, because if they keep buying and buying, the demand is high, their interest rates got dropped. So thus may weaken the euro dollar. Okay, so when we look at the charts right now, is this happening? Right? Is this happening here? If you look at the euro, let's look at Euro USD first. Okay, in the Euro USD, you can see right now. Let me zoom out. Okay, let me do a quick zoom out in this for our chart. You could see that actually overall since last year October, Europe has been strengthening, going all the way up. In fact, even a very nice trend, long-term trend, my trend line here, it has been bouncing up and coming, and right now touching my trend line. In fact, if you look at this point here, previously I was still looking at the US dollar. In fact, about 2 weeks ago, I was still looking at possible US could be continue weakening, and you see I drew another trend line, an inner trend line here, and you can see it moves in. But with the recent developments of the treasury yields, everybody's still doing bond purchases, but Europe they're looking to do more They're hoping to do more, and the treasuries yields goes up. US Treasury up. You can see the sudden strengthening, the push, the factor of the US dollar, and it pushed up, break through my inner trend line here, break through my support zone here, and now right now we are at my long-term trend line down. Right now it probably be going to hover around this level. I'm looking at it whether it bounce this level or not. I think it want to retrace a little bit upwards to and test this my now resistance zone for the Euro USD. Now if you do see it happening, if it continue to break back upwards, we will want to see what's happening at this resistance zone of 1.2077. Now, if it breaks above break the zone here and goes above, then we will probably be looking it's going to be a very flat movement. Let me change the color here right now, else you're going to see too many orange color. Let me put it to green. Okay, let's do green. Not very good choice for color. Now, if you see a movement here, okay, let me do that. I think what's going to happen here is it's going to move upwards. Let's repeat again. It may bounce up, and then we're going to see the reactions here. If it breaks through my zone around, I would say, let's just make it very clear, 1.2110. Okay, if it breaks 1.20, I would think it will continue to move up. Euro trying to strengthen, but with the economy comparison and the bond purchases, the request from the Fed, their policies between the Fed policies and the European policymakers, I would think that it's not going to move up really very strongly. It will not, and probably will go all the way up. So it's 1.2110. If it breaks above here, I would think probably I would look for a 40 pips stop loss for a possible maybe about 80 pips of maybe the high here about 80 pips, 70 to 80 pips maximum take profit. 1:2 risk reward ratio. We will look at this one. I don't think it will go all the way higher to my next support zone, resistance zone. Sorry, you don't think it will go all the way to my resistance zone. So it probably will meet maximum of this 40 to 81 is the 2 risk reward ratio. However, if it do bounce down from this zone here, what I probably would suggest is wait. I have my trend line here. I think if it breaks below the trend line, and I think if it breaks below again really very strongly at 1.20, let's do a round number, 1.2000. If it breaks below there, I would think we could go for a quick 40 pips, another maybe 40 pips of stop loss for 60 pips take profit if you want to do a short-term trade. But I would think a longer-term trade could happen if it really breaks that trend line coming in 1.2000. It breaks fine here. This number here we do fine. Okay, let's say 40 pips of stop loss. You could go all the way to about 90 pips take profit. Okay, really pushing it down, because really when it breaks the trend line, there is a very good chance a long-term trend line it could break it through. Where with the policy coming in of the treasury yields continue to strengthen, these are the setups that you probably be look for. Okay, now that's for the Euro USD. Now, if you look at the Euro Yen, what's going to happen? It is happening almost similar. The Euro has been on the strengthening, but very recently it's pushing down. As I said, people are looking at the Euro being weakened because of the policymakers are asking the ECB to buy more bond purchases to prop up their market. So there is a possibility of coming down. As you see, I have a trend line here and here. So let me zoom it out. It is to zoom in already. You can see I have in a long-term trend line. I would think that I'm not really interested. Right now it's right in the middle, although I have a trend line here. I prefer, if you ask me, I prefer the Euro USD compared to the Euro Yen trade. So let's look at the Euro pound right now. Now, with the Euro pound, this is really interesting. You can see I have a pound. UK economy seems to be doing much better or faring much better than the Euro. And with this talk about the Euro, there is a possibility. Right now, it is testing my support resistance zone. You can see this resistance zone here. It has been testing. Let's wait for it. We continue the trend downwards. And I will think that if it breaks below 0.86275, okay, I was already preparing here. If it breaks below that and close, I would think a quick 30 pips or 40 pips stop loss for a quick 80 pips of take profit for the next low here would be a good target for comparatively to take for Euro for the Euro pound. For the euro yen, not really very interested right now, right in the middle. I think it could break down, but you know, if it breaks down, it comes to my the other trend line coming in. So looking at this one, I've not much price movement to take, so I will probably be not interested. So I'll be probably interested just on the euro USD and the euro pound trades to be taken. Okay, so bear in mind again, 10 more minutes. We have the Aussie USD back, the RBA coming in. As you can see, I already was looking at it. People are looking, seems to be waiting for the chart come now. Could come down and break below 0.7716. But however, whatever setup you have, again, read the rate statements. See whether what do they look at, is it hawkish or dovish before you take a trade. Okay, so with that, let me hand over back to Chinwei.
Okay, thank you guys. I've just launched a poll. Do let us know what you think of this webinar. And also on the chat, I'm going to post up some links. Yeah, so do subscribe to our YouTube channel for our daily recordings. Forex Signals Telegram for free Forex Signals. Traders Club link, if you're wondering how Daniel draws his support resistance zones, what news that we identify that is important or not important, and what are those weekly indicators that you see on the screen. Yeah, Traders Club is the place to be. And lastly, if you need a managed account service, do join Forex Briefcase. So yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow for the pound analysis. And thank you guys so much for your time. Goodbye.